I feel like Caribbean parents are on a whole different mission when it comes to chores. It's like they're running a boot camp every day at home. And trust me, missing a chore is almost a crime punishable by a look that could melt steel. Have you ever wondered why our moms and dads are so strict with chores? Buckle up, because today I'm diving into the hilarious, heartwarming, and sometimes downright outrageous reasons behind this strictness. Imagine this, you're a kid growing up in a Caribbean household. The smell of fried plantain and the sound of reggae music playing in the background. Then bam, your mom storms in shouting, "Who left the dishes piled up like a mountain?" It wasn't just about cleaning, it was about survival, discipline, and preserving a way of life that's vibrant and intense as the islands themselves. Caribbean parents have a reputation of being strict with chores, and while it might seem harsh to some, there's a method to the madness. Today I'm going to break down exactly why our parents insist on these endless chores, from sweeping the yard to scrubbing the floors, and how that strictness has shaped us into the resilient, resourceful individuals we are today. Let's start at the front, right up at the top, the beginning. In the Caribbean, life has never been handed to you on a silver platter. Parents grew up in times where every little bit of work was essential. They didn't have luxury gadgets or fancy cleaning tools. They had to make do with what they had. That struggle instilled a work ethic that was non-negotiable. Back then, chores weren't about just tidiness. They were about survival. Whether it was about fetching water from the well or the pipe, or tending to a garden that was for the family, every task had a purpose. And guess what? That same mentality was passed down to us. It's not about making us suffer. It's about teaching us that discipline and hard work are the foundations of a stronger character. Caribbean parents believe that if you learn to do your chores well, you learn responsibility, resourcefulness, and pride in what you create. It's like they say, if you can keep the house in order, you can keep your life in order. And honestly, sometimes it sounds like a proverb passed down through generations. One that is as tough as our coconut shells and as sweet as our mangoes. Now let's talk about the method behind the madness, because Caribbean parents are notorious for their tough love. Alright, picture this. You come home a little late from school, and instead of a gentle reminder, you get a lecture that would put a drill sergeant to shame. You think you're too good to clean? You think you can live like a king? They say, with that look that makes your heart skip a beat. It might seem harsh to many outside of our culture, but here's the kicker. This tough love isn't meant to break you. It's meant to build you up when you're constantly reminded that there is no escaping responsibility. Then you start to learn that success doesn't come free. Every chore, no matter how small, is a lesson in perseverance and self-respect. I remember my cousin, for example, who once complained about having to sweep the front yard. His mom simply said, "Sweep, and you'll sweep your way to a better life." It sounds absurd now, but that's the essence of Caribbean parenting. They're not just teaching you to clean, they're teaching you to work for what you want, no matter how much effort it takes. Now, believe it or not, chores has always been a way of bringing families together. In many Caribbean households, chores are a communal effort. Everyone, from the youngest cousin to the oldest grandparent, has a role to play. That collective hustle brings a sense of unity and responsibility. When you're out there sweeping the porch or washing dishes side by side with your sibling, you learn the value of teamwork, and those moments will be filled with playful banter and teasing. You miss that spot, but they also teach you that every little contribution matters, and when times get tough, it's that very spirit of unity that helps communities bounce back. Next time you hear a Caribbean parent barking orders to get the house in shape, remember, it's not just about the chores. It's about instilling a deep-rooted sense of pride and community. I believe that every little effort counts towards building a better life. Now, let's be practical for a moment. As if I wasn't doing that before. The Caribbean lifestyle is full of surprises, unpredictable weather, power outages, and yes, even budget constraints. In such an environment, keeping things in order isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. When you're responsible for maintaining your home, you learn to adapt and overcome, no matter how chaotic things get. Think about it. When the rain comes down in a sudden tropical storm, you need the house to be clean and organized so that you can quickly prepare food, find shelter, and ensure that everything runs smoothly. Every chore from mopping floors to washing clothes becomes part of a survival strategy, a way to keep life functioning even when the unexpected hits. Caribbean parents know that a well-kept home isn't just about looks. It's about safety, efficiency, and overall well-being. They drill this into us from a young age, and while you might roll your eyes at the constant reminders to clean your room or sweep the yard, deep down, we know that these habits have prepared us for life's biggest challenges. Here's another twist. The strictness of Caribbean parents has a hidden benefit. It forces you to develop skills that can last a lifetime. Sure, you might not like it when your parents make you scrub the floor for hours, but tell me if I'm wrong, because later on you realize that these skills come in handy. Ever tried fixing something when nothing else works? That's the same determination you learned from scrubbing that stubborn stain off the kitchen floor. The discipline, the persistence, the grit, it all becomes part of who you are. And that's why even when life gets tough, Caribbean people has this uncanny ability to keep pushing forward. They are built to work hard, to adapt, and to make the best out of any situation. These lessons go beyond just cleaning. They teach you time management, accountability, and the importance of taking pride in your work. Whether you're running a business, working your day job, or just trying to survive your daily grind, the discipline you learn from foundation sticks with you. And believe me, in a world where distractions are everywhere, having that backbone of strict discipline can be your greatest asset. Trust me, it works. Picture this. You're a teenager, and your mom catches you daydreaming instead of doing your chore. Instead of a gentle reminder, you get hit with the classic: if you don't clean your room, you'll be sleeping on the street with the cockroaches. And you know it's true. Plus, you know better not to test a Caribbean mother. Or imagine your dad with his stern look and a plastic broom in hand declaring, "I didn't raise you to be lazy. Get off that couch and start sweeping." It's not just a command, it's an institution. And while you think, why is he so strict? Later on, you realize that these moments of tough love are what shaped you into someone who never backs down from a challenge. We laugh about it now, don't we? The exaggerated looks, the dramatic size, the way our parents would even use a broken broom as a way of motivation. It's all part of that unique Caribbean flavor. A blend of stern discipline, unconditional love, and a healthy dose of humor that makes even the toughest moments bearable. I remember as a child, the sound of my mother's voice echoing through the house, calling out, "Did you finish your chores?" It wasn't just a reminder, it was a call to action that signifies that you were a part of something bigger. Those moments might have seemed trivial at the time, but they instilled a sense of responsibility and pride in our work. Now as adults, we can look back and appreciate the lessons we learned. Sure, we might groan when we think about scrubbing floors or washing dishes, but we also realize that those moments build the foundation for our success. They taught us that hard work pays off, and every little task contributes to the bigger picture, and that the discipline instilled in us by our parents is something that we carry on with us every day throughout the rest of our lives. This nostalgia isn't just about missing the past. It's about recognizing that the struggles of yesterday prepared us for the challenges today. And in a world where many feel overwhelmed by the pace of modern life, that deep-rooted discipline is a gift worth cherishing. Why are Caribbean parents so strict with chores? Here's the truth. It's not just about cleaning. It's about instilling a mindset. It's about teaching you that no matter how difficult life gets, you have the strength and the discipline to tackle it head on. When your parents push you to clean your room, it wasn't just a chore. It's more than that. It was a way of saying, this is your responsibility and this is your contribution to the family. And while it might seem harsh, that strictness is what makes us resilient, self-sufficient, and ready to face any challenge. The strictness is a manifestation of love, a tough kind of love that says, I want the best for you, even if you don't understand it right now. And as you grow older, you come to appreciate that tough love for the strength it gives you. You learn that discipline is the foundation for success, and every sacrifice your parents made were to prepare you for the future, where you can stand on your own 2 feet. Look, The Caribbean spirit isn't about complaining. It's about turning struggle into success. Our parents taught us to take any challenge, no matter how small, and turn it into an opportunity. Whether it was fixing a broken chair with a piece of rope, or turning a leaky pipe into a water show. You get the gist. Every chore had a creative twist. The resourcefulness is what sets us apart. Why Caribbean people can survive in any situation? Because we've been trained to make the best out of nothing. We've learned to laugh at our own misfortunes, to see every setback as a way to improve, and to keep moving no matter what. And that's a lesson that goes far beyond cleaning. It's a lesson for life. And it sounds like I'm just romanticizing chores, but trust me, these experiences have molded us into the resilient, adaptable, and fear-independent individuals we are today. Now, I'm not saying that everything was perfect back then. There were plenty of struggles, and sometimes the strictness was downright unbearable. But looking back, I can see that every sweep it or sleep outside moment was building character. And today, as Caribbean nationals make their way in a ever rapidly changing world, these messages are more relevant than ever. Why are Caribbean parents so strict with chores? Because in every chore, there's a lesson. Every time you're told to clean up the room or wash the plates, it's not just about tidying up. It's about learning to take responsibility, to work hard, and to appreciate the value of every effort. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the most memorable or outrageous chore your Caribbean parents made you do? Drop your stories in the comments and let's share a laugh over our shared memories. And if your Caribbean parents were similar and you agree in what I'm saying, type the words "I live that" in the comments. And be sure to hit that like button. It helps a lot. And remember, it's not just a destination, it's the journey. Stay locked in.